Eagle Out, and today we're going to talk about Jihaad Campbell and Zack Baun, that duo, and with Nakobe Dean coming back, look like we got a good bad problem. I don't know what to call it in Philadelphia with the linebackers. Also, Kelee Ringo look like he will be given another shot. We will see. We're going to talk about it all, and let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, we got to talk about a little roster move that we made. So we put Obi Okoronkwo, we put him on IR. Also, our long snapper got hurt as well, and we signed a new long snapper named Al Adamist. I believe that's the name. I could be saying that wrong, but that's the roster moves we made, man. Nothing major, or unless you consider the long snapper a major hit. I don't know until I see the special teams, but yeah, our long snapper got hurt, and we knew about Obi with his torn tricep, so we'll see what happened with him. We'll see what happened with our long snapper. But yeah, those was the little moves that we made. But speaking of injuries, we got to talk about the linebackers and Nakobe Dean. What the hell is going on with Nakobe Dean? Is he coming back this week, next week? We know it's week 5, and we were told that, you know, he should be back within 4 weeks, the start of October. And it's the start of October, and this is what Vic Fangio had to say.
Yeah, but what will you look for Nakobe's eligible to come back here? Is he ready in your mind? What have you seen, and how would you describe what he did for this team last year?
Well, he played great last year. Besides being the signal caller guy and being a leader, you can't be a leader if you don't play good. And he played great for us last year. As far as where he's at now, you know, either this week or next week he'll start his practice window, and then we'll see where he's at.
Well, that's great news for Nakobe Dean and for the depth of the linebacker position. But I will say this, Nakobe Dean was playing at a high level last year. He was a leader on this team. But we got a good problem in Philadelphia because Jihaad Campbell is playing like Rookie of the Year. These were his numbers just in the game against the Buccaneers. He had 4 tackles and an interception, basically a game-winning interception. Also, he been the highest graded defensive Rookie of the Year. So do you put that guy on the bench? Do you actually move him to the edge group since we've been thin that edge to bring in Nakobe Dean? Well, Vic Fangio answered that question, and let's play this clip.
Do you think right now Jihaad has the requisite skill set right now to play on the edge more? Like, is there a possibility Jihaad plays the edge and Nakobe plays linebacker?
Not right now.
So it sounds like Jihaad Campbell's not moving. We might bring in Nakobe Dean little by little, or let's be honest, Nakobe Dean might just be a bench player this year. We got to call a spade, or we find some way somehow to work him in. But Jihaad Campbell is on a run. Him and Zack Baun look phenomenal. So again, this is like a good problem to have. And before we go into moving Jihaad Campbell just to the edge, let's listen to what Fran Duffy had to say about Jihaad Campbell and his gameplay against the Bucs.
How did rookie linebacker Jihaad Campbell help force 2 turnovers from the Tampa Bay Bucs in this Eagles win? Let's take a look at the film and find out exactly what led to those huge plays in the second half. We're going to start with this forced fumble, where you're going to see Jihaad Campbell lined up as a stacked linebacker in the middle of the field. But really, this play starts with the defensive line. This is going to be a counter run play from the Bucs, where you're going to get a kick-out block from the center, Graham Barton. Patrick Johnson does a nice job of stalemating that kickout block. Now you're going to get Moro Ojomo, who does a great job of squeezing this run lane down. He pushes that backside guard right into the path for Bucky Irving. Now you've got Jalix Hunt, does a nice job of scraping over the top here, staying square, and getting to the football. Zack Baun, he contributes here by getting his hand on a football and forcing Bucky Irving to make, he's only holding on to this ball now with one hand, and then you get the rookie, Jihaad Campbell, coming in to deliver that final shot with Jalix Hunt to get the ball on the ground and force a turnover. Then later in the game, you've got Jihaad Campbell in the low red zone. He's matched up on the tight end, K-Dot, and releasing down the field. It's a scramble situation. Josh Uche creates early pressure. Baker Mayfield is trying to make a play outside of structure, and he sees Chris Godwin streaking in the back of the end zone. So now he's trying to buy time. Jalen Carter forces a pressure. Reed Blankenship sitting in underneath zone coverage. He's going to force the issue, and he gets a hand on this ball as it's released out of his hand. And now Jihaad Campbell's able to come up with the interception in the end zone, a critical play for the Eagles on their way to the win. So now you know the answer to the question.
Do that sound like a guy you want to just move to the bench or move to the edge group? Absolutely not. So again, it's a good problem to have, but it sucks if you're Nakobe Dean. It's like, damn, I was having a historic season, then this knee problem. Then they draft a top linebacker in a college football game, and now he comes into the NFL and is playing at a high level. It's hard to just move that guy and redshirt him now because Nakobe Dean is back. I'm sorry, but we'll see. We'll see how everything work out. But as of right now, Jihaad Campbell is not an edge rusher. He will be a linebacker. And we'll see what happens with Nakobe Dean in the future. But before we talk about Moro Ojomo and Kevin Patullo and A.J. Brown, let's hear a word from our sponsor. So Prophetess is a new peer-to-peer sports exchange where you could play against other fans and not the house. That means better lines and even a chance to set your own odds. Just download the app, use promo code EAGLEAL, and you get 1.5% and Prophetess cashback within your first 30 days up to $200. Again, promo code EAGLEAL, download the app, and you get the benefits of using my code. And as you look at the games here, so right now I'm recording this on a Monday night, so these games are currently live. Prayers up for Tyreek. I definitely seen that. That was gruesome. But let's go to the Thursday game since that's the game coming up. And the Rams and 49ers. I like the Rams in this, and I actually like the over in this. So again, shout out to the show sponsor Prophet X. And let's get back into the video. Right, so let's keep it on the defensive side. Let's talk about Moro Ojomo. I could not go another day without talking about my guy Moro Ojomo because he's on the pace to where we're going to have another good problem on the defensive side of the ball because Jeffrey Simmons and the Chris Jones. Him and Chris Jones have the same amount of pressures. The same amount of pressures this year. So Moro Ojomo, because I think Moro Ojomo is going to go somewhere and ball out. I really, really do. But the thing is, if you sign Moro Ojomo, I believe Jordan Davis would go somewhere and ball out. And if you do the craziest, you keep Moro Ojomo and Jordan Davis, of course Jalen Carter goes somewhere and ball out. Oh hell, somebody take that pay cut. Who gonna take that pay cut, man, to stay in Philadelphia? I don't want another Milton Williams situation. I understand the business, but I really, really don't want another situation like that, man. It's heartbreaking to see how Milton Williams balling out in New England, but Moro Ojomo's balling out in Philly. It's like, man, we got the defensive tackle factory. And I thought Ty Robinson, with the little snaps he played, he was decent against the Bucs too. So we got another guy cooking in the background. So, maybe we can afford to lose one, but I hate to see it. I even see Thomas Booker balling in Las Vegas. Like, oh, man, this is some crazy stuff. Then we got Byron Young cooking. So we got a good defensive tackle room, but Moro Ojomo is really standing out. And I hate to see him get outshined because of the problems on the offensive side of the ball. And we focus on A.J. Brown and all this and all that. We got to sometimes, look at the positives and what's going on with the team. Moro Ojomo is a huge positive right now. So shout out to Moro Ojomo, man. Keep balling, keep cooking. Again, let's just stay on the defense. Let's talk about Kelee Ringo. So Kelee Ringo looked like he's going to get another shot. Vic Fangio was asked about, Kelee Ringo possibly starting again. And he said it's possible. Just kept it short with the question. And I like that because I thought Kelee Ringo was fine. Had 4 tackles, a PBU. He was targeted 3 times, only allowed 1 catch. Yeah, we got to fix the missed tackles, but you know, I seen majority of his missed tackles was on Bucky Irvin. That dude is hard to get to the ground. But even Vic Fangio said, like, he got to work on the tackling a bit. But once he get that down pat, he'll be fine. I thought he did really well playing the wide receivers. If you check out my guy Breaking the Birds, I was watching that too. I'm like, okay, Kelee Ringo was decent. He was not bad at all. So, yeah, I think he deserves another shot. Do y'all think Adoree Jackson was that much better than him? No, not really. Did y'all think Jacorian Bennett was that much better than him? Not really. And then Jacorian Bennett is on IR. So, yeah, I think he deserves another shot. We'll see what he got, see if he can keep this going. Denver Broncos, no, they receiving core is decent. You play the Giants twice. They don't have Malik Neighbors. Can he do good against them? Sure. But that Vikings, that duo, that will be a test. What Addison and Justin Jefferson, now that'll be a real test. But the other 2 teams, we played the Giants twice. The other 2 teams, he could handle that. Who the Giants got over there? Who the Broncos really got over there that could really, really cook Kelee Ringo? Just give him a shot, see what he got. To me, again, no real separation. So I like the possibility of him possibly starting, I guess. But let's talk about Quinyon Mitchell. I know we talked about him yesterday, but Patrick Surtain had this to say about Quinyon Mitchell.
Who's your top 5 right now cornerbacks today?
Y'all put me in there.
Duh. For sure. No question.
Say me.
Look at the stars. Stars up top.
Stingley. Yeah. Stingley Cole.
Stingley is cool.
Stingley Cole.
Yeah.
Right now, old boy from Philly.
Yeah,
Quinyon Mitchell.
Ooh,
I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, he is. Bruh.
I ain't gonna lie. So far this year, he's been dominant, man. From what I've seen of him on film, he's a baller for sure.
I'll make sure I tell him that.
He nice.
Yeah, he nice. Who else? Who's been snapping?
That's 3.
JC Horn.
Yeah.
Gotta give my flowers, JC.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't put him in that conversation enough. I feel like he's in there for sure.
Who's the last one?
More.
Who's next?
I can throw some names out there for you if you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's a whole bunch of guys. Like,
You got one in your division too.
Is Ramsey still in that
like
5th?
yeah.
Or is he still? You think he's still top 5? He's still good, but is he still the top 5? You think Ramsey?
I don't necessarily know because obviously I think Pittsburgh moving him around a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So because he playing like safety, nickel, corner, so they moving him around a lot.
What about the Chiefs? So what about McDuffie? Would you put him in there?
I like McDuffie. McDuffie for sure in there. It's like because CB could be like a volatile position, so like anybody could be in there each and every year. So McDuffie definitely consistent sauce. You know.
You was tested against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and he passed with an A. All right, so let's get into the last topic, A.J. Brown and Kevin Patullo. And Kevin Patullo responded to the cryptic tweet, to the media, and this is what he had to say.
Have a great relationship just throughout the years, being here. We spent a lot of time together. So, as far as communication and getting to him, him and I have had no problem. And I know where, his heart is, where he lies. He wants to win, so he feels like he can do everything and anything to help us at all times. So, as far as I'm concerned, him and I are in a good spot.
There's been a lot of focus on the kind of routes AJ has run this year. Are you using him differently than you have in past years? And do you agree with, some of the criticism that he's running the same route a lot?
I think at times, if you look through the first 4 games, he's been doing some different stuff. And sometimes, we've talked about it before, sometimes the ball finds him and sometimes it doesn't, So going into every game, you plan on making sure he's the primary and moving around and doing stuff for him. And if it doesn't go his way, that means usually we're on rhythm or something good's happening and Jalen's reading it out and it's going to other guys, and that can happen. So I think when you go into it, you just want to make sure like, hey, he's the guy, we're going through him, and if it happens, it happens, and you just don't want to really force it.
By that answer, he needs to call up one of those politicians in the White House, Democrats or Republicans, because that was the most political answer you can give. Come on, man. He be saying a bunch of nothing. Like, yo, this dude, he got away with words for sure. But what I see, far as the production, far as the routes and stuff, it ain't it. It ain't it. So Kevin Patullo got some things to fix within the locker room. And I will tell you this is a big thing because AJ Brown said something publicly. But this is more like a big problem with Dallas Goedert, with Devontae Smith, with Saquon Barkley. Hell, even with the O-line. Nothing is clicking. At least for a whole game, you'll see it in the half. But you got to put it together, Kevin Patullo, or just keep it real. Like Nick Sirianni's calling some of the plays. I don't know. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel about the linebacker group, about, the injuries and AJ Brown and Kevin Patullo? But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.